and then I said hi to my babies and...
Hey family. Love Letter today's story is one of those rare moments that pierce through the glitz and glamour of celebrity life and reach right into our hearts. You ever see something that stops you mid-scroll, leaves you misty-eyed, and makes you believe that maybe, just maybe, true love, even after goodbye, can still exist in its own tender, bittersweet way? Well, grab your tea or your favorite comfort snack, because what we're about to share with you will warm your soul, stir your emotions, and have you whispering "wow" under your breath again and again. So here's what happened. Out of nowhere, with no warning, no promo, and no media build-up, Joong Ki. Yes, the very same man whose talent, grace, and emotional range made him one of Korea's most beloved actors, opened his heart in the most unexpected and vulnerable way. In a heartfelt message that he shared during a quiet, private interview, he spoke about someone we thought was long gone from his emotional radar. His ex-wife, Song Hye-kyo. Let's just pause and breathe, because yes, you read that right. After all the years of silence, speculation, moving forward, and rebuilding, Joong Ki finally spoke. Not with bitterness, not with blame, not with regret, but with something so rare, so brave, and so beautiful that it left fans across the world in tears. He said 6 simple words that echoed louder than any headline. "I'll always love her. Always." Now let's take this emotional journey together, because what followed that moment was a wave of raw emotion, honest vulnerability, and surprising glimpses into a love that, even though it ended in divorce, still carries an undeniable warmth. The scene was simple. No flashy lights, no dramatic music. Just Joong Ki sitting down with a trusted friend, a longtime industry professional, for what was supposed to be a quiet, personal look back at his journey in life and love. But when the interviewer asked him if he ever reflects on his past relationships, and whether one in particular had left a lasting mark, he didn't dodge it. He didn't laugh it off. He didn't change the subject. Instead, he sat for a moment, looked down, smiled softly, and then he spoke. "There's someone," he said, "whose memory still lives in the quietest parts of my life." He never mentioned her name directly, but he didn't have to. Fans knew. We all knew. He was speaking about Song Hye-kyo. Then, with a voice that cracked just slightly, just enough to show he was human, he said, "I'll always love her. Always. And I hope, wherever she is, she's smiling." Cue the collective heartbreak and healing of millions of fans. You see, this wasn't just a man reminiscing about his past. This was Joong Ki, the man who once walked down the aisle with Song Hye-kyo in one of the most anticipated and admired celebrity weddings of our time, admitting that some loves don't just fade away. They stay with you even if the chapters change. It wasn't about rekindling romance. It wasn't about scandal. It was about acknowledging a kind of love that transforms, but never dies. And fans. Oh, the fans. They didn't just react, they connected. They cried. They shared stories of their own past loves, their own goodbyes, their own quiet moments of longing. Social media blew up with emotional posts. Memo. I never thought I'd cry at 3 a.m. over a love story I don't even live in, but here I am. Memo. This is what emotional maturity looks like. Not hate. Not bitterness. Just respect and love that evolves. Memo. I'll always love her always. I'm never forgetting that quote. People made wallpapers with his words. Fan art flooded the internet. Emotional edits hit TikTok with soft piano covers playing in the background. And all across YouTube, reactors were watching the clip and tearing up in real time. Because in a world that often tells us to move on, Joong Ki reminded us of something deeper. Sometimes love just stays. Quietly. Respectfully. Forever. Let's remember what these two went through. Joong Ki and Song Hye-kyo weren't just a couple. They were a phenomenon. From their electric chemistry in Descendants of the Sun to the fairy tale wedding that had the entire nation swooning, they represented something magical. When they announced their divorce, it felt like a punch to the gut for many fans. We were devastated, not because we were owed their love, but because we believed in it. We saw the light in their eyes. We rooted for them. And even though life led them down separate paths, even though time passed, Even though they both tried to move forward quietly, this moment reminds us that some bonds never fully break. It's not about holding on. It's about honoring what once was. And for Song Joong-ki to say what he said in front of the world, knowing full well how fans and media would respond, it took courage, took grace, took love. So now let's talk to you, our incredible YouTube family. Have you ever loved someone deeply, even after goodbye? Have you ever looked back not with pain or regret, but with a soft smile and a silent thank you? What Song Joong-ki did was give us all permission to feel, cry, to remember, and to not be ashamed of holding space in our hearts for someone who once mattered deeply, even if they're no longer by our side. And here's your challenge, fam. Love letter, drop a comment below with your story of love that changed you. Dizzy, share the name or even just the memory of someone who left a mark on your heart. Dove, tell us the message you'd want to send them today. If only the wind could carry your words. Because somewhere out there, someone might be needing to hear what you're feeling. And maybe, just maybe, like Song Joong-ki, they'll whisper to themselves tonight, I'll always love them. Always. Let's celebrate the kind of love that matures. The kind that respects. The kind that doesn't need to end in bitterness to be meaningful. The kind that teaches us who we are, even when it's over. And to Song Joong-ki, thank you. For your honesty, your heart, your beautiful vulnerability. You reminded us that it's okay to speak about love in past tense. And still mean it with your whole soul. Until next time, fam. Stay soft, stay brave, and never be afraid to love deeply. Because real love never really leaves. It just finds new ways to live inside us. Broken heart, sparkling heart.